What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be telling the story about how I'm building my first game. It all started mid-January. Me and my friend were just kind of like browsing the Roblox catalog, and we came across this zombie game. So me and my friend decided, yo, let's build a game. We can do something better than this. He's a developer, I'm a developer. We've never built our own game before, but we decided to give it a shot. So February rolled around, and it was like, this is our month, okay? This is when we're gonna get the game released, and this is when we're both open. Kind of. You see, my friend had university, and so he was really busy with a lot of university, especially in the beginning. And so that left me to just like grind out the game and just get a little head start on it. So at first, we were just going to make almost an exact remake of this game, the Zombie Survival Arena. Just with like a better progression, a better map, and most importantly, just way better visuals of the game. And we were going to do some own things. There's some things that we didn't like, but it was going to be heavily inspired off this game. And basically, just to give a quick rundown of the game is basically you spawn in, there's an endless wave of zombies, and you survive as long as you can. And as you kill zombies, they drop these like crystal things or whatever. And with those like crystal credits or whatever, you can buy gadgets and upgrade your weapon. Like that's the core concept of the game right there. So the first thing I started was the zombie models. Initially, this was just going to be a block out. We were planning on doing something a lot more advanced or whatever, as in like make the zombies look a bit more realistic. But it turns out building like animations and just the entire process took 10 times longer than I initially like planned. And so this ended up being like the final product. The big highlight here would be the animations, and they're not implemented yet, but you can kind of see the attack, the run, the walk, the idle animation just right here. Next, we needed to build a map. And now I'm terrible at map building. I hate map building. Like, I can't stress that enough. But I decided, okay, let me just like hunker down and do nothing but map building for the next couple of days. So I watched some like tutorials on some people building maps and stuff like that. Learned quite a bit, but still was crazy intimidated. I found this free model off of like this 3D store. Now, I mean, it's not made for Roblox, but I did some tweaking to make it like compatible for Roblox. And now we have this crazy structure to be the center of our map. Now we just got to make the rest of the map look good. Now, I don't have any footage of like me map building, but basically what I did was I got parts or whatever. I used the Roblox parts, scaled them up a ton, made like mountains or whatever in the background, and then just turn those parts into terrain with like this plugin or whatever, and then sculpted from there. And low-key, after that, I just added a couple other things, some trees, the fence, but really it was just a bunch of terrain painting and sculpting. And then the lighting. The lighting is what really bring it to life. And this probably took me out 4 to 5 days, but I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. All right, next I had to build the actual map. Now the map on the other game is just really a square. So basically all I had to do was build something better than a square. After 1 or 2 days of just like building something, scrapping it, trying to build something else, just completely scrapping it, I eventually built this forest that actually looked good. You know, it was a base or whatever, and so I tried to build off that. Adding details, adding like bushes, adding vegetation, and then boom. I mean, it's really the lighting. The lighting is what brings this thing to life. Low-key, really happy with the map, and I think it's gonna like be a huge part of the game. All right, and last but not least, I had to build the turrets and gadgets or whatever. I think I do have some footage here, so I want to just put a time lapse. But basically, the biggest part of this process was like building the design of each gadget and coming up with the ideas. You know, I'm a 3D artist. I build assets every single day, and it's become very easy. But like building or creating the design in your head and then building it, that's a completely, that's a whole nother step that I'm just not used to. And so low-key, this took me a lot longer than I thought it would. We did a lot of like prototyping, you know, changing up the design, but low-key, I'm pretty happy with where it's at. And yeah, that is Dev Vlog 1. Right now, we're in mid to late February. We were gonna try to release on like by the end of February, but it's probably not gonna happen with the scope of the game. All right, and so that's Dev Vlog 1, building my first game. Yo, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to continue to see the series. All right, thank you.